Hello and welcome back. Today I'm here to talk about Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. Where do I start? I've been a fan since 1996, when it all began with a young Tom Cruise. He lit the fuse for the world and the franchise was born, choosing different directors for each movie to keep the franchise from becoming dull. Each director brought their own spice and flair, giving the audience a once-in-a-franchise experience each time that they went to see a new Mission Impossible movie. The time frame in between each one was just perfect too, giving audiences enough time to develop a hunger for Ethan Hunt, and I think this formula worked. Then Rogue Nation happened, which is the fifth movie in the franchise, and this is where the series starts to take a dip. The reason I'm talking about those movies is because apparently it has all led to this, the Final Reckoning, a completely ridiculous plot about an AI program which the evil Gabriel is using against the world, but mostly Ethan. Okay, so from the get-go, this just feels like Spectre. One of my pet hates is pretending to link all the movies together when that is not the original plan from the get-go. I detest this approach for movie franchises, and especially a finale like this one. I'm going to start with the highlights of the movie. The highlights for me at least was the entire submarine sequence when Ethan leaves one submarine to go into the other. We are told countless times that the stakes are high and that Ethan is most unlikely to survive from the ice-cold temperatures, and this is a big decompression problem too. The sequence is filmed very well and you feel the claustrophobic walls of the submarine closing in on you, and you can truly feel Ethan's isolation. I tried to imagine what it would feel like in that scene, and I think Tom and the director pulled it off great in giving you a slowed down action piece, using only the actor and surroundings to depict what is happening in front of him. Ethan and the problems that arise with his diving suit and breathing apparatus, I think this particular scene is one of the best in the franchise. Everything else which is wrong with this movie. The relationship of Tom and Christopher McQuarrie seems to be that of master and servant. Whatever Tom asks, Chris delivers, because the constant celebrating of Ethan Hunt in this movie is what dumbs it down from the get-go. We get no cool intro sequence because of it, completely failing to deliver on what he has always given us as a hook from the Mission Impossible movies. A spectacle to get you pumped for the credits. Tom Cruise overall is one of the best actors in Hollywood in terms of movies being a success. I feel like this constant ego rubbing to himself has cost him big time. Only Ethan can do it. You're the best, Ethan. Ethan, drop your pants. This is what we are subjected to now in the 8th movie of this exhausted series. Newsflash, nobody who watches Mission Impossible likes Luther as a character. He is so dull, expendable and phoned in that when we find out that he's going to, spoiler alert, die, I felt nothing but joy. Get rid of this deadweight character that you've been carrying for 8 movies. All he has done is suck the pipe of Ethan Hunt. We see Luther is gone and I'm happy. We will hopefully get more movement from the younger cast because even Simon Pegg is looking exhausted in this. Ethan climbs into a machine and the threat of the movie is AI. Gabriel is at the helm of it somehow and knows everything Ethan has been through. But why? Why does this guy care about some secret agent? Do we ever even find out? He seemed mysterious and dangerous and threatening in Dead Reckoning. In this one, however, he has gone from being the biggest threat to being the biggest joke of the movie. The funniest parts of the movie involve him. We're supposed to laugh at Simon Pegg being funny as he's got a collapsed lung. This fails because he's got a collapsed lung. This is not a laughing matter in real life. Why Simon Pegg is still in these movies, I have no clue. I do not understand what he offers to the team anymore. Luther is inventing optical drives in his spare time using soldering irons. Oh man, this film is just utter garbage. Everyone involved is fatigued. The sets, the locations, filming in London, the operas, suits, offices, bureaus. This is not what Mission Impossible is or was about. This Dark Knight bomb press scene involved with Angela Bassett is supposed to be a gripping moment of choice, just like in The Dark Knight. They choose to not press the button. How about you just press it and give us something not so predictable? We're in a fantasy world, let's explore it. But they don't. They save the day again and again and again. And I'm so done with this franchise. It started off beautifully. Where he went wrong was keeping the same director, constantly churning out the same movie over and over again. I don't like the British spy style element that he went for 4 movies. It doesn't feel like an American thing. It feels like James Bond. They love to film in London, probably because it's miles cheaper, but it feels like James Bond or some boring other thing like the Bourne Legacy. It feels dull. They don't gel well. The best thing he did was getting rid of Rebecca Ferguson because she's dull. They're all British. It's all boring. And I needed more from this, with it being a finale. He thought that him whizzing around on planes, climbing, falling, all of that was going to be enough of a hook to people to reach into their pockets and spend their money. Unfortunately, that's not what we want to see. We've seen all that in the past. We've never seen Tom Cruise do it, but we've seen people doing stunts on planes before for years. You see that sort of thing in like The Rocketeer. So I think that this movie failed because Tom wants to show the world that he can be a pilot and that he can climb on planes, and that's great. Then just make a little short on you doing that. Make a special for TV. Don't expect us to sit for 3 hours to watch this short 5-minute scene where you're not really in danger because you're on wires and there's a lot of CGI going on. Yes, you're falling all over the plane, but we've seen the making of it and it's not as dangerous as you're making out. That being said, the woman who plays Peggy Carter, I can't remember her name, from Marvel, she was good in this. The Rise of Skywalker moments where we was getting characters turning up from the past and these constant flashbacks. The guy from Langley and his Inuit wife. The Inuit wife was pretty good. I enjoyed her. All of the cast that were on board the submarine felt like Disney had hired them. I did not enjoy that casting choice until he leaves the submarine. So when Tom's on his own, loved all that sequence. Everything before it, Pope, didn't like it. So to conclude, The Final Reckoning, please be the final one, or make a spin-off of a TV show. I'm not even going to mention the Jim Phelps thing. Just go and watch it, you'll see. It's not a great film, this. And I'm just going to leave that there. Yes, I am negative on this one. I don't care. It wasn't good. It doesn't deserve 7.4 out of 10.